Hey you! Are you a gacha gamer? If not, feel free to leave the video. But if you are, then I've got something to share to a fellow gacha gamer such as yourself. As a gacha gamer, the first thing I think about doing in a gacha game is pulling characters. I put my efforts in the game to acquire the pulling currencies needed to pull such characters, and the process is somewhat fun and interesting. Though I can buy these pulling currencies in-game, but sadly I can't because I have no money. I'm an FTP player and I'm happy to be one. Except for buying a daily pass, that is. However, when you plan for a gacha game to be long-term, it'll inevitably burn us out at some point, simply because of doing the same thing every single day. But despite the feeling, I continue this endeavor because I love the game so much, which is also the reason why I'm doing YouTube. So instead of sulking about the feeling of desperation, I came up with a solution for my limitless endeavor in gacha games, which is called pulling conditions. The way this works is simple. I am going to limit myself on pulling characters with the preferences I have applied to certain gacha games. This way, I have an excuse to lessen the effort I put into that gacha game, and that I can manage my gacha games wisely. Man, look at the side of that. Anyway, here are as follows. For Genshin Impact, my preferences will be based off the character's element and skill kit. Right now I lack most on DPS Pyro characters. Although I do have D-Look as my DPS and some 4-star Pyro characters, I prefer 5-star characters like Hu Tao or Arlecchino, because I'm stingy like that with characters in this game. And another condition is that if the character is an Archon, then I will pull for them regardless, because I'm an Archon collector. I lack them powerful deities at my disposal. I mean, why not, right? They should be the one to excel in their element, right? I mean, there's no Archon that is better than their other elemental characters, right? Am I right or am I right? For Honkai Impact 3rd, my preferences are very simple. I'll just be pulling for the trio of both the first and second part of the lore, which are Kiana, Mei, and Bronya for the first, and Senadina, Helia, and Coralie for the second. Playing with them have been a blast, despite the overwhelming numbers that come out of their attacks. Sheesh, for real? And although I do have other characters acquired, I don't know how to utilize any of them. Also, whoever's on the banner once I come back to play for the story again, I'll pull on that banner. But not because I'm hoping to get an S-rank Valkyrie, but to instead acquire anyone from the trio. A plausible choice to not let go. Right, fellow captain? For Honkai Star Rail, my preferences will also be based by the character's element and skill kit, with the consideration of the path the character follows. Right now I lack in preservation characters, although I do have Japard, March 7th, and Preservation Trailblazer, which all of them provide good crowd control effects by the way. I'm more into a shielder that can do damage back with a perfect team comp, like Aventurine, who does a follow-up attack when the shielded characters are attacked or another character does a follow-up attack for a certain amount of times. Or Fushuan, who can take the damage taken from another character and can cast an impactful ult to the enemies. Man, I love quantum characters. Don't you too? Oh, righty-ho! For Wuthering Waves, things are very different. Since I plan to main Rover on the long term, then the characters I will pull for this game are characters that are good support for Rover or other DPS characters in my possession. Or if I really just want them. I'd also be using more 4 stars than 5 stars as a change of pace for my gacha gaming experience. Right now I mostly use Rover, Yinlin, Dungeon, Baizhu, and Chixia at my current unit level, and they're really fun to use. All I really care about in this game are the story and the combat mechanics. Definitely not because of the issues I experienced entering the game and in-game. You feel that too, right? It's not just me, right? Right? For Zenless Zone 0, I put a simple condition, since the game was recently released and it might change as the game updates. I'll be pulling mostly for demi-human characters, meaning humans with animalistic features or unnatural features. Oh, and Zhuyuan, because she's an Eto DPS, and yes! There are so many characters that present animalistic and unnatural features, like Billy, Nekomata, Sosaku, Miyabi, Ben, Chingy, Ellen, and Lycon. But among them all, my favorite is Ben, because despite looking intimidating, he's a polite and gentle giant of the Bellabug Industries. Man, I'll get collated for years and you can cook up some tricks with her and do the change ult with her too. Ooh, that's hot, alright. And that's it. As a fellow gacha gamer, this is the solution I came up for myself. If it inspired or helped you in any way, then you're welcome in advance. If you have thoughts or comments about this video, feel free to comment down below. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, see ya!